When I look at leaders, take the NASDAQ as an example. What you see with the NASDAQ and their move to the cloud and actually putting some of their markets in the cloud is the commitment of their leaders, their CEO, to this transition. And I think we've seen that top-down leadership commitment is critical. Around that, though, you need talent that's hungry, that wants to build, that wants to reinvent. You need leaders that are able to expose that talent to tools and mechanisms that are allowing them to be empowered to be able to build.
You've mentioned a couple of times the need to improve digital skills. Can you talk a little bit more about what AWS is putting in place to really help companies fill that gap?
I would say it's three very specific things. On the one hand, we want to encourage the next generation of talent. When I was growing up, my father was a tech entrepreneur, and so I had a role model that immediately got me into tech, and we need to do that. So we have a phenomenal program called Restart, which, by the way, started here in the UK, actually, where we work with underemployed and underserved communities. It's a 12-week classroom training program, free. When they exit that program, we're able to connect them with potential employers. So it's a really exciting program for those communities. We have people who've been in the fast food industry, gym instructors, wanting to become digitally trained because that's where the jobs are, isn't it, going forward. We've introduced something that we call Party Rock, which is an app building playground for our customers. There is a free tier on that. My son uses it. He can just swipe a credit card and use it when he's doing mathematical calculations. Then we've got a reskilling program. A lot of our customers who are moving from legacy on-premise to cloud have to change the way they work. And so we're working a lot with our customers to train up their engineers, certify them. Our partners, by the way, we have an incredibly rich ecosystem from global SIs to resellers to distributors. They're also being trained and certified to be able to help our customers because capability is the key here, right? And then finally, we have a number of online self-paced learning programs like our AWS Skill Builder. We have this wonderful game called Cloud Quest to make it easy for those who want to learn that way. And then we work with universities as well. So just a range of programs. And that's how we've been able to train for free 31 million people.
How can AWS customers cut costs and innovate while keeping track of their resources?
The cloud is more cost efficient. The reason it's more cost efficient is the infrastructure operates at a scale. And so we're always able to, across that scale, figure out better ways to become more efficient. And what we've been doing ever since 2006 when we started is we've been lowering the cost. So we actually have reduced our prices. When people ask me this question about, well, will prices go up? I say, we've reduced our prices 134 times since the beginning. And the reason for that is we believe this should be a more cost-effective way for our customers to operate. That's a critical foundation for the cloud. And recently we did a survey with our users, and over 84% of them said that the cloud was, on average, 28% more efficient. So you should see anywhere between 20 to even 50% savings from cloud, data, AI, machine learning technologies. We just want to make it easy for people to consume this incredible technology, and we will stay focused on ensuring costs continue to reduce over time. We have things like savings plan, flexible policies around how you pay for it, and we're always using our technical teams to architect your environment in a way that you have very strict governance also around how you use the cloud.
For customers, how do they know when they've struck that balance correctly? How
they see it in their EBITDA, and they see it in their OPEX savings. They see it in their run rate costs. They see it in the fact that they're not spending as much CapEx anymore because we're doing that for them in our data centers. So, there is a direct result on the actual operating margin of companies, but also they see it in employee productivity. They see it in customer satisfaction. They see it in employee satisfaction, right? They're able to attract more talent because if you're more digitally ambitious and frankly, you've created a more digital first strategy and you've spoken about that, you're going to attract new talent. And I think we see that. They see it in the reskilling of their teams. They see it in lower attrition. There are just so many powerful ways that this technology is helping customers. We believe choice is critical. And choice is critical in the technology you use, the capabilities that you bring, the partners that you select. And so we've rooted our solutions in choice, which means we make it possible for our customers to leverage any one of those large language models that you have out there.
Yeah.
Right? So from on the one hand, it's the Amazon Titan model. On the other hand, Meta's Llama 3.1. And they do this on a managed service secure infrastructure so that their data, which is really critical, does not leave their environment. And then on top of that, we're making it possible for them to lower the cost of these technologies by investing ourselves in chips. Because as you know, the chips are really important. Yeah. So we have our own training and inference chips. And of course, we work with NVIDIA at scale. But that allows them to lower their cost and the performance improves. So it's not like you're trading off one or the other. You get both as a result of that. And then finally, to provide productivity tools so that they can actually get the full efficiency and benefit. And we don't believe, by the way, that there is one winner takes all model. We think multiple large language models are going to flourish, and our customers need all of them to be able to actually deliver against, as I said, customer experience or employee productivity. So we're super focused on lowering costs, by the way, and making sure the access to technology is easy.
Yeah. How does AWS support European businesses in a broader sense?
Yeah, I have the privilege of talking to quite a few CEOs and boards and executives from around various sectors and companies. Let me start with the customer and what they're looking for, I think, and then work backwards into what we do for them. The three big things on CEOs' minds today, and it's consistent, by the way, it doesn't matter if you're in the Middle East or if you're in the UK, is how do I accelerate the transformation of my business and enable my strategy with technology?
Yeah.
That's the number one thing. And I don't think there's a company out there, Joe, that isn't a tech company almost these days. And then the second big one is how do they then have enough skills, enough digital skills to address that technology transformation and business transformation? And then the final big one on their mind is how do we address the sustainability issues and their net zero carbon ambitions? So those are the three big things on their mind. There are those who do need to migrate urgently out of their data centers, for example, and then start to modernize. There are those who want to modernize first and move workloads as they're modernizing them. So we have different flavors, and it's very important that you're working with customers along this journey in a way that suits them and their environments, right? I'll give you one example. Danske Bank, we are helping them migrate out of their data centers almost 16,000 servers, virtual and physical servers, and they're doing it at rapid pace. And we're working with them to automate that migration, right, to be able to do that. Because it's about connecting the business use case and the outcomes that they want to drive from a business transformation perspective to technology. And I think that's the biggest change that we're seeing now. And our approach to technology, every single thing we do, starts with security at the core. We always say it's job zero for us, actually. We wake up every morning, we go to sleep every night. That's at the core of everything we do. And I think it's essential that our customers think about it in the same exact way. So every time we introduce a new technology, we ensure that the security layer is enterprise grade. Take Amazon Bedrock, the solution that we have on generative AI solutions. We make all our models available to our customers so they have choice. But here's the interesting thing. It's a managed service infrastructure. And that means that our customers can use these models within their own virtual private clouds so their data never leaves their environment. And I think that's the single thing that I would say to you that is super critical is data security. The way we've built our cloud and our infrastructure, customers are the only ones that control where the data sits, where it's located, when it's moved. So they have ultimate control. And we believe in having sovereignty and security at the core of the design of our infrastructure. It's a shared responsibility with our customers that they're equally putting the time and attention into security and ensuring that their data does not leave their environments.